Nithyanandam Paramashivoham kevalam jnanamurtim Dvandvatitam gagansadrisham tattvamasyaadilaksham Ekam nityam vimalamachalam sarvadhi sakshibhutam Bhavaditam triguna-rahitam sadgurum tam namami. Nithyanandam. My name is Dr. Shaktipada. I am from Tumkur, Karnataka, India. I have been a devotee of Swamiji since 2005. In 2005, I attended my first program called ASP, which I thought was some personality development program, and I attended. But only later on I realized that it is a spiritual program, and that's when I realized that Swamiji is my guru, and no looking back after that. Since I was a kid, I have always been praying to Lord Paramashiva. Lord Shiva is my Ishta Devata, and after I met Swamiji and attended several programs and took initiations, I realized, my being realized that Paramashiva himself has incarnated as my Guru Sri Nithyananda Paramashivam. I have been attending so many of Swamiji's programs, two-day program, weekend programs, 21-day programs, and 3-month programs. And every program has taken me to a higher level. But after attending Paramashivoham 3, I realized that it is beyond any program. I cannot even call it a program. It was like literally sitting with Lord Paramashiva in KAILASA. Because what I got out of the program, I don't have words to describe that. Every day was like Swamiji was pouring himself into us. We be sitting for hours with Swamiji in Upanishad, and it would appear like Swamiji is just sitting and doing nothing. But only by the next day, I would realize that so much of transformation has happened inside me. Then I would know that Swamiji has done to me, and I was getting better and better. And the best part of the program that I enjoyed was the 3 Guru form that Swamiji was sitting. There is Paramaguru Dakshinamurti, Asura Guru Shukracharya, and Devaguru Brihaspati. That day Swamiji said, just write down whatever you want and I'll make it happen. You don't even have to show it to me. That day I sat and wrote so many things, pages together, and I don't even remember what all I wrote. And Swamiji said, it will all happen. Whatever you ask will happen. And now I'm realizing that one by one the things that I wrote, the boons that I asked for is happening. And so many miracles have happened in my life since then. And how the 21 days passed by was like 21 minutes. And now I feel like that by the end of the program, I felt that it should go on forever. It was so good. And after finishing the program, I realized that for those 21 days, I have not taken any medication at all. Because for the past 1.5 years, I have been suffering a lot with one or the other health issues, either body pains or fatigue, or unable to do any daily chores, workout, yoga, nothing. But after finishing the program, my enthusiasm and energy level has gone up so high. I've still not been taking any medicines at all. And one real pattern that I had was related to food. The desire to eat and hunger, for which I had taken blessings from Swamiji. And now I've seen that even that pattern has gone. And by just me attending the program, I'm seeing so many changes in my family also. We are constructing a house, and my husband has to go to all the government offices here, and how things happen in government offices in India, everybody knows. But here for us, by Swamiji's grace, everything is happening so smoothly. And It is wonderful, really nice. And after finishing the program, I've been continuing doing yoga and everything. My body is so flexible and I'm feeling so healthy and enthusiastic and energetic. And I have no words to express my gratitude to Swamiji. But only thing I want is, from my heart, I feel is each and every being deserves to be with Swamiji in the PSM3, because what it is going to do to you, only you can realize after you attend the program, because Swamiji does so much for you. Swami sat there and cleared so many of our doubts and gave us so much of wisdom. It was simply unbelievable. So what I feel is, keeping everything aside, we should make PSM to be our first priority in life. And I just want to thank you, Swamiji, for giving me this opportunity. I'm very, very, very grateful to you, Swamiji. Thank you, Swamiji.
Harnessing the highest potential of who we are, what we can, or what we can possibly be or become, is what Paramashivoham is aimed towards. What we just listened to is sharing from one of the participants who attended the Paramashivoham program and learning the secrets of unleashing and harnessing the innate potential energy that all of us carry, the resource that all of us carry. We welcome every one of you for this program today here. And in today's program, we're going to be learning about how you can how you can unlock and unleash the limitless energy resource in you. Welcome to this stream today. And we hope every one of you that are watching us now are going to be benefiting from this immensely, because today you're going to learn about tapping that one of the most abundantly available resource to you throughout your life, your Kundalini Shakti. All the viewers, we welcome every one of you that are joining us through Facebook, YouTube, and various other social media platforms. We welcome all the participants. Yes, we have Kiran, we have I request every one of you to please put your full name, please put your original name in the YouTube so that we can we know
you can comment in the live chat saying which country each of you are logging out from.
All the viewers that have joined with us, we request every one of you to share with us which place have you logged in from, where are you joining us from for this live stream. Okay, nice to see so many of you joining us. I see continuously more and more viewers are joining us. We welcome every one of you here. And today, what you're going to be learning is something special, something extraordinary, something that is going to change your understanding of life, the way you understand what are the resources that are available in front of you, and the secrets to harness these inexhaustible resource that's available for us.
Yes. All of us have an inner potential bioenergy. You learn about potential energy in physics, right? You would have learned about it in your high school. You learn how potential energy gets converted probably to kinetic energy or other forms of energy, and you learn about this. Something similarly, you have a very, very, very powerful energy resource that is there inside of you, which is called as the Kundalini Shakti. It is your inner potential bioenergy, which is available in your being, but it's in the form of potential. With the right methodology, with the right process, right technique, your Kundalini Shakti can be awakened. This is the largest untapped natural resource lying with humanity.
And for this, joining with us in this special live stream and program is a lot of you. I'm just going to read out the people who are commenting. We have Tatiana, who's joining from Los Angeles. Welcome, welcome to the stream. And we have IT Key. I request you to please put your original name. We have a person joining us from Coimbatore, Tamil Nadu, India. Nithyanandam, and welcome for the stream. We have Vikram Kumar from Seattle, Washington. Nithyanandam, welcome for this.
And Susan Soleder Nithyanandam from USA. Wonderful, nice to have all of you here. And
So-
understand, you all can also give us a bit background about you. We could know more about you. Feel free to share how much were you comfortable to share. See, these things that like the career that you are in, whatever thing you are doing, it can go to its peak with your Kundalini Shakti being awakened inside of you. So Kundalini Shakti is extremely potent. How many of you have heard that in our Vedic period, we had something very, very, very powerful, where we had the power of flying machines. We had like airplanes. But these airplanes did not rely on any kind of petrol or any kind of natural resources like what we are using today. But they all used to function using very advanced technology. Have any of you heard about this before? If yes, please let us know in the comment section. It's called as the Pushpaka Vimana, for example, where just through the power of sound, you can navigate the Vimana, and the Vimanas are also said to be expanding and shrinking based on the number of people that are sitting inside. Have you heard of this? Recent researchers have started finding evidences for these things being real. These are not some mythologies like how they are forcing us to believe. These are real things that our ancestors have lived and celebrated their life with. Okay, see many of you responding. Brian Birch and Susan's letter saying yes, yes. IT Key. Aya, would be nice. Original பேரை போடுங்க. You're asking about how to become part of KAILASA. Yes, you have the QR code projected right on the screen. You can just scan the QR code and become part of KAILASA. You'll be sent the information. So this, getting back to the topic, the Vimanas, the flying machines, how do you think they were functioning? They were functioning by the direct connection of the person who's navigating it. Their bioenergy gets directly connected. It's a very, very advanced mechanism where just by will, there does not need to be someone who is sitting and driving it. Just by power of will, that machine could move. I know it sounds like, is it even real? Is it even possible? Because we are so brainwashed to believe that all these are mythologies, unfortunately. But the reality is these had existed, and even now we can experience these. I'm reminded of a story that Swamiji had told. Once in a forest, there was war that had just finished, and the soldiers retreated after the war. And there were some equipments and like weapons, a few of them were left behind. And amongst that was an airplane. Once all the army, everything left the place, the tribals who lived in that place were curious. They came out of their hiding and they were seeing what are these things. They noticed this magnificent very beautiful looking, strange creature. They looked around, they saw that it looked extremely strange, something that they had never seen before. And they saw that they all were exploring it. One very bright person amongst that group said that they know what this is. They were jumping. They said this is like advanced handcraft. All of them were so happy, and they all were like, yes, this is a handcraft. That was supposed to be a airplane, but they saw the wheels and recognized it as a handcraft, handcart, and they were enjoying with it. And then they got this idea that it could be even tied to animals and made it into an animal car. So like a bullock. The whole forest was celebrating. They all thought they got to an extremely advanced way of a bullock cart. A week passed. Someone from nearby village was passing through the forest, and then they noticed what was happening. So that person came and told. Okay, I see a comment that audio is really poor. I apologize for that. Just a minute, we'll fix it now. I hope the audio is better now. I hope the audio is better. Yes. Thank you. So now, a person from the local village had visited this forest and they saw what was happening. They said, look, this is not, I know what this is. This is actually a tractor. I have something like this even in my village. This is a tractor. You don't even need animals to pull this. You can just start it and then it will go. First, the people were suspicious, but then he showed it and they were very happy. All of them were so delighted by this new find. They're enjoying, celebrating, and this goes on for almost a month. After a month passed, one of the army officers happened to pass by this forest. And he sees what's going on and he's shocked. He goes to them and says, look, this is neither a bullock cart nor a tractor. This is actually an airplane and it can fly. For transitioning from bullock cart to a tractor, all of them were fine. But now this guy is telling something they can't even perceive. He's saying that this can fly. The tribals grew really suspicious. They thought, okay, somehow this man wants to take something off from me. That is why he's doing this. They thought probably he wants this aircraft, this tractor. That's why he's coming and lying something like this. And they all started, first they were abusing him. And then they took stones and started hitting him. But despite that, the army officer goes and he drives the plane and shows. When he takes off, that's when they all realize that God, it was actually possible. Understand, this is exactly what we as human beings do. Our body is literally a rocket, but we are utilizing it like how they were using it as a bullock cart. Understand this. When someone comes and says, okay, you have these possibilities, like you can do probably some extraordinary feats with your physical body, we are comfortable. But when Swamiji is saying, like when an avatar comes and when he reveals, look, you are not just a body, but you are body also. Your consciousness, you have Paramashiva, the ultimate supreme Godhead inside of you. You can manifest that, you can manifest the powers. Because we are not able to perceive, we start behaving like how the tribals have tried to behave, the army officer. Understand, our body is capable of doing what the airplane was able to do. How are we planning to use this? Are we going to keep being in the same mode of a bullock cart or use it to its fullest potential? That's the decision that we need to make. We all have that possibility. When your Kundalini Shakti is awakened, you can manifest it in the ultimate, highest potential way. So understand, each and every single one of us have this power. How many of you want to awaken this Kundalini Shakti inside of you? Please take a moment to post your comment here in the comment section. This Kundalini awakening is really possible. And when your Kundalini Shakti gets awakened inside of you, you start manifesting extraordinary powers. You start having amazing IQ. You start having so much of intelligence inside of you. So much restful awareness starts happening. You will get the ability to heal. You will have the ability to manifest the powers of third eye. Extraordinary powers start manifesting through you. How many of you here want to have this Kundalini awakening? If you are interested, you can sign up. We have a program that's happening currently, and it's in paramashivoham.org. We'll project the link for you shortly. You can go ahead and sign up for that. And actually now we will also demonstrate and show to you one of such powers of the third eye, where when your Kundalini gets awakened, one power that you can also manifest, the power of third eye, where you can, I'll actually demonstrate and show to you how you can manifest one such power, which is the power of scanning the body through the third eye. Vishnu Lamichan is saying that you had a strong will to activate your Kundalini Shakti for almost a decade. That's wonderful.
Actually, the science of Kundalini, right, is something that many people are really seeking for. And this science is what so many people, so many yogis and so many rishis all do tapas to understand the science. So when you're saying yes, I know that almost every spiritual seeker looks for how to awaken this Kundalini, because this is like a innate potential energy in us. And unfortunately, the thing is, we do not know how to harness this. Go and just Google. You can just search in YouTube, just search Kundalini. You will get so many things about Kundalini. But how will you know what is the right one? How are you sure that awakening Kundalini in a certain way is right one? Like you just see, go on YouTube and you can just put saying Kundalini, the sign, just see how to awaken Kundalini. People say do such and such a yoga posture, you'll awaken Kundalini. People say, oh, you just think like this, you'll awaken Kundalini. Recently, it's very interesting and very funny actually. Recently, when I was searching for this, I found that people even tell to listen to certain songs or certain types of food to awaken Kundalini. I even saw people giving us some crazy techniques to use Coke or Sprite to experience that Kundalini awakening. But unfortunately, many of these are completely diluted and I should say misguided, which is not even the right or the authentic way of awakening Kundalini. But there are also some authentic sources which explains to us about Kundalini awakening. But there is nowhere in the world who can awaken your Kundalini, because as per the Agamas, as per what Paramashiva, the supreme godhead of Hinduism, has described, a Kundalini can only be awakened by a being who has mastered his own Kundalini or her own Kundalini. And that is why only an enlightened master, an avatar, can awaken another person's Kundalini Shakti. and every one of you that have joined with us, I request every one of you to post. How will you know? How do you think you can identify this authentic Kundalini awakening or the science of Kundalini? That science is what Swamiji is gifting to us. Every science that Swamiji is revealing. Yes, Navigilaya, you're absolutely right. Only an incarnation can awaken your Kundalini effortlessly. See, something as simple as this. Let's say you want to light a lamp. You need another source of fire, something which is already lit, a lit lamp, a lit matchstick, anything it could be, right? Same way, only a being who is awakened, who is enlightened, can enlighten you. When your Kundalini is awakened, you experience manifestation of extraordinary powers, heightened intelligence, and you start anti-aging, and a lot of things happen. And what all of us are going to listen about, or what all of us are learning about in this program, is not just about what is Kundalini, but also we are going to be learning the steps or process of how Kundalini evolves, right? So these are all the few things that we'll be learning. And we have IT Key who's asked how to become a citizen. You need to sign up. The link is shown here. நீங்க இங்க ஸ்கிரீன்ல காமிச்சிருக்கிற லிங்க்ல இஃப் யூ ஜஸ்ட் ஸ்கேன், நீங்க அங்க ஸ்கேன் பண்ணீங்கன்னா உங்களால சைன் அப் பண்ண முடியும். So yes, you can do that. And okay, there are many of you who are posting that you're interested in joining KAILASA or becoming an e-citizen. Yes, I know we are having an overwhelming applications for becoming an e-citizen or a citizen of KAILASA. And do not worry, Swamiji has opened those avenues for all of you. You can avail all the perks and benefits of being an e-citizen of KAILASA by signing up in the QR code that's projected for all of you. Yes, there are multiple QR codes that are changing. You can go ahead and sign up for the e-citizen QR code. So if you just scan on the screen, you will get the QR code for e-citizenship. Yes, as shown on the screen. So please scan that and sign up to become a citizen. And ITK, there are a lot of Tamil satsangs that are available in our channel. If you just search, go to our Tamil playlist and you can avail all these Tamil satsangs from there. You can benefit from that. And Ma Susan is asking, would you have to finish unclutching and completion first? Yes, it is not. See, Ma, I'll just explain it to you. It's not like that. Perhaps you could put it this way. The more you awaken your Kundalini, like when the Kundalini gets awakened in you, you experience unclutching and completion. And the more and more you complete, the more and more you unclutch, you experience awakening of Kundalini. It goes hand in hand. So it's like, it's just each of them only complement the other, right? So there's no one or the other first. It goes hand in hand. And Madan Raj is asking, when will the Tamil session be conducted? Madan Raj, yeah, and we have a few people from Tamil Nadu who are joining this stream. So Tamil மக்கள் எல்லாருக்குமே வந்து சுவாமிஜி தமிழ்ல கொடுத்திருக்கிற நிறைய ரெவலேஷன்ஸ் நம்ம யூடியூப் சேனல்லே அவைலபிளா இருக்கு. ஸோ நீங்க சப்ஸ்கிரைப் பண்ணிட்டு நம்ம தமிழ் பிளேலிஸ்ட்ல போனீங்கன்னா சுவாமிஜி தமிழ்ல கொடுத்திருக்கிற சொற்பொழிவுகள் நிறையவே அவைலபிளா இருக்கு. ஸோ நீங்க அதை பார்த்து நீங்க பெனிஃபிட் ஆகலாம், அதை பார்த்து என்ஜாய் பண்ணலாம்.
நீங்க வந்து நம்ம சேனல்லே வந்து யூடியூப்ல பிளேலிஸ்ட்ல போய் பாருங்க ஐயா. கண்டிப்பா பகவானோட ஏகப்பட்ட தமிழ் சத்சங்கங்கள் இருக்கு. சோ நீங்க அதை பார்க்கலாம். நமக்கு கல்பத்தரு முகாம் அந்த மாதிரி பல ப்ரோக்ராம்ஸ் தமிழர்களுக்காகவே சுவாமிஜி கண்டக்ட் பண்ணிட்டு இருக்காரு. நீங்க வந்து ஜஸ்ட் நம்ம சேனல்ல சுவாமிஜியோட இந்த சேனல்ல போயிட்டு பிளேலிஸ்ட்ல போய் பாத்தீங்கன்னா உங்களுக்கு கண்டிப்பா கிடைக்கும்.
Yes, all right. So before we enter into further discussions on Kundalini, let's also understand the science of Kundalini Shakti. And before that, first let's listen to a very short clipping on what is
Here is a question, what is Kundalini Shakti? I described. The energy which makes you experience the presence without anybody present, which is in you, is Kundalini Shakti. I can give you thousands of definitions. Inner potential energy. I can roughly equate what you call as junk DNA or mitochondria cell energy. All these things can be roughly equated. When the Kundalini awakens, the junk DNA is awakened and the mitochondria cell energy is awakened. Because of the effect, this can be equated, but mitochondria and junk DNA is not alone is Kundalini. Kundalini is something more than mitochondria and junk DNA. But when the Kundalini is awakened, mitochondria and junk DNA is also awakened. What scientists call as junk DNA, but I wanted to call as divine DNA. Because that is the major part of you. Major part of you. So, Kundalini is a inner potential bioenergy. When it is awakened, make feel the presence, pure presence without anybody present.
You are awakening your highest inner potential energy. And like we were discussing in the beginning, many of the times you're not very sure of what is the authentic source, the right way to awaken this. Swamiji has not just spoken about the science, but in fact, Swamiji has given to us a very authentic, time-tested and foolproof process of how you can harness your Kundalini Shakti, how you can awaken your Kundalini Shakti. And do you know how? Swamiji has revived this ancient description. We have tons of references in Hinduism about this Kundalini Shakti. In fact, the Kundalini awakening is depicted as a man attaining his highest divine self. And there are different ways for it. There's Kundalini yoga, and there's different pathways through which people awaken, experience this enlightenment, as they call it. And not just in Hinduism, in fact, Buddhism and Jainism, all of which are branched from Hinduism, also believes or also harnesses the awakening of Kundalini energy as the enlightenment or as the awakening of a man's highest potential.
And do you all know, in Sanatana Hindu Dharma, enlightenment is not the goal. It's not the, see, enlightenment is ultimate, but that's not final. We start our life experiencing it to its fullest, start living itself only after enlightenment. I was really, when Swamiji revealed about this, I was like, wow, yeah, that's so true. You see, everyone, you just go read Mahabharata, you will see references to people manifesting Shaktis just like that. The way after the Mahabharata war, after Arjuna was given that enlightenment, he continues to live. He continues to live. Enlightenment is, and that's why in our very first Upanishad, the Ishavasya Upanishad, it starts with saying that you are consciousness. Consciousness pervades everything. Ishavasya midagum sarvam yatkincha jagatyan jagat tena tyaktena bhunjita makrita kasya svidhanam. Very first verse of Ishavasya Upanishad declares that consciousness pervades everything. And from that context, the Upanishadic rishis tell us to live. Kurvan neveha karma ani jiji visheshatagum samaaha. Do all your actions dispassionately from this context. and live for hundreds of years. Understand, when our Kundalini Shakti gets awakened, we will have so much of energy, so much of power in us. We will be able to live our life in its peak potential.
And actually, this Kundalini Shakti, it is literally like you awakening that potential. And let's see how we are making sure that this is the most authentic way to do it. How are we sure that awakening from a master is the right way to do it? There are a lot of scriptures in Hinduism which elaborates on Kundalini. Like, for example, the Yoga Kundalini Upanishad, and a lot more like that, right? Now, what Swamiji is doing is, Swamiji is taking these scriptural references from the scriptures. He's taking these, what scriptures speak about Kundalini, called as the Shastra Pramana, giving us the evidence from in the aspect of scriptures. And then the next one is the Apta Pramana, acid washing what the scriptures are telling with the experiences of masters, enlightened masters or avatars who've lived before. For example, we all know so many yogis who've mastered Kundalini, Paramahamsa Yogananda. And even, in fact, he refers how his guru gave him this experience of Kundalini awakening. We have Ramana Maharishi, we have Annamalai Swamikar, we have a lot of people, Buddha, many of them who have spoken on awakening Kundalini. In fact, even Swami Vivekananda. All of these are Apta Pramana. Acid washing what the scriptures speak through the experiences of enlightened masters or avatars. The next is Atma Pramana. Swamiji acid washes his own experiences in his life through the scriptural references and the Atma Pramana. And now, Swamiji next does the Pratyaksha Pramana, which means giving the scientific aspect to whatever Hinduism reveals. Like, for example, Swamiji has conducted study. He himself has undergone a research, and where the scientists and the medical field practitioners have studied Swamiji's brain and his response to the awakening of Kundalini, what exactly happens, etc. So Swamiji establishes a scientific aspect of this. And after all of these, Swamiji gifts it to us as Sakshi Pramana, giving it to us as our own experience. So here it's not just listening to it or speaking about the great history or considering it as a mythology. No, here it's a straight experience to you. So every one of you that are watching us right now, it is an experience for you to also be able to harness your inner potential. So now let's watch a very short video that explains to us how this Kundalini Shakti resides in our body and what happens when it is awakened. And we are also going to be learning about how one of the aspects of how Swamiji has taught us to use the Kundalini energy. Let us watch that video now.
The science of kriyas.
Blood flow, breathing air flow, thought flow. You have something called energy flow continuously happening in you. In this energy circulation, energy flow, if there is a disturbance in some part, for example liver, kidney or heart, intestine, at some part, if there is a disturbance in this energy circulation, that is when you start developing diseases and disorders and disturbances. Disease, disorders, disturbances expresses itself in different ways.
The human body has 7 circuits: blood circuit, circulatory system, nerve circuit, the nervous system, prana circuit, the respiratory system, digestive circuit, excretory circuit, reproductive circuit, and energy circuit. Of these circuits, the energy circuit is governed by the Kundalini energy. Though not spoken much by the medical science, but elaborate references have been given for Kundalini energy in the Vedic tradition. The Kundalini energy is the innate, immense potential energy in every individual that helps complete the energy circuit. How does Kundalini energy reach different parts of the body? Let us take the example of a water tank. A water tank is a structure which stores water. This water is distributed to different places through the pipelines, which forms a circuit. The pipelines end in outlet taps through which the water reaches the end users. Similarly, the Kundalini energy reaches the different parts of the body through the 72,000 nadis or energy channels. Let's say, for instance, there is a block somewhere in the circuit of pipelines. Then what happens? There is no flow of water. Then you identify and correct the block. Even if the blockage is removed, water has to be pumped in for the flow to resume. Similarly, when there is a block in the energy circuit in the body, there is impedance to energy flow forward, and it results in disease in that particular organ. The Kundalini energy in our body is like the water in the water tank. Kriyas are powerful tools which help to remove the energy blockage and restore the energy flow. When the body is aligned in certain postures during kriyas, the energy block is removed. Once the block is removed, the kumbhaka pumps in the Kundalini energy just as the water gets pumped in to the pipeline once the block is removed. When the energy flow is re-established, energy starts flowing and the disease is healed.
Now, if your body is put in certain position, that energy blockages get removed. The energy circulation, that plumbing gets properly aligned. The wiring gets properly aligned. After that, the kumbhaka starts pumping the energy into that circuit. See, putting your body in certain asana makes the circuit blockage free. The circuit becomes perfect. But only through the kumbhaka, the energy gets pumped into the circuit. This is exactly the principle on which kriya works.
Kriyas are a unique combination of asanas, pranayamas, and kumbhakas, wherein they are more effective than the individual asanas and pranayamas.
Even for few seconds, if the energy circuit route is aligned and energy is pumped, you are out of the disease. You are out of the disorder. You are free. These kriyas are not just ordinary asana, ordinary yoga postures, ordinary kumbhaka, ordinary pranayama. It is like two different chemicals. Separately, if you take, it may take 10 years for you to cure the disease. But mixed properly in certain combination, it removes the disease in 2 days, in one dosage.
The kriyas help to restore the energy imbalance, and which results in healing diseases. Kriyas help to heal the body, experience extraordinary powers, and to have spiritual experience in the body.
These kriyas are my unique contributions to the world. The kriyas have 7 ingredients. 1, yoga. 2nd, kumbhaka, pranayamas. 3rd, visualizations. 4th, verbalization, means chanting of some mantra internally. See, internally when you create the sound, it's called mantra. Externally when you listen, it's called chanting. So, mantra, internal verbalization. 5th, chanting, external, the sound you are hearing. And 6th, now I am adding karanas, the different Shivatandava karanas. Seventh, I am adding the recent discoveries of modern day gymming and weightlifting. So all these 7 put together, I work on your body and mind, creating yogic body and Vedic mind. Power, stamina, flexibility, physique, energy. All the 5 put together is yogic body. I am using all the 7 ingredients to create yogic body for you.
The science of kriyas.
Blood flow, breathing air flow, thought flow.
I'll give you the most important, powerful cognitions, understanding, ultimate knowledge. Understand, universe itself is consciousness. Scientists are yet to catch up. Science is too young to catch up with this revelation, to reach this conclusion. Something is conscious, something is matter, is binary logic's delusion. Universe itself is a brain. Pure manifestation of consciousness, inside consciousness, of consciousness, from consciousness, established in consciousness. I am not giving you any fiction. I am giving you the absolute truth. You are all consciousness. Universe itself is consciousness. There is no separate force commanding, deciding other than the universe. If your brain starts analyzing, understanding, cognizing, you are consciousness, indestructible. Even during the great deluge or ice age, or stone age, iron age, you do not perish, you do not get distracted, you do not get destroyed. If you cognize this, you manifest this reality. That is why I insist you understand human beings understanding, your brain cognizing, You are consciousness. People who try to rule you, control you, whether politicians or anyone else who tries to keep you under their control, want you to think you are a matter, just a body, biomechanism, because only then you can be controlled, you can be subdued, you can be just a citizen, social security number. Understand the reality. You are hardwired. You are equipped, fully equipped, absolutely. You don't need anything extra from external support outside. You are fully equipped to wake up to the reality. You are consciousness. You are made out of a stuff. You are made out of a material which does not get destroyed when everything else gets destroyed. You are older and going to live longer than the sun and the moon and the planet Earth you are seeing. Take little time. As Paramashiva, today I will initiate all of you into this great truth. You are made out of a stuff. You are made out of a material which is alive, cannot be destroyed, which is older than sun and the moon and planet Earth you are seeing, which is going to live longer than the sun, the moon and the planet Earth you are seeing. Start cognizing this. Even if you manifest one extraordinary power beyond your logic, binary logic, by internalizing this one truth, you are made out of a stuff called consciousness, and you are older than sun and the moon and the planet Earth you are seeing. You are going to live longer than the sun and the moon and the planet Earth you are seeing. Even if you manifest one power using this powerful cognition, you will start understanding universe itself is consciousness. You need to get out of the brainwashing done to you by the people who want to keep you under control. Understand? The truth I am giving you will liberate you completely. Even once you recognize, hey, this is really true. Your pleasures, your fulfillment, your joy, everything will become absolutely matured. Extremely matured. I am telling you. You are immortal. The stuff out of which your identity is made, the material out of which your existence is created is the most superior stuff of the universe. As Paramashiva, I did not make you with cheap metal. The most superior material, the best metal, ultimate metal in this universe is consciousness. I made you out of that material. Recognize your consciousness consciously. Decide. You will cognize yourself as conscious. This whole Paramashivoham season 3, I am dedicating to make the whole world recognize the material, the stuff, the base metal out of which I made you all. You all manifest from the base material called consciousness. Some of the qualities of the consciousness is eternity and extreme grounded experience of fulfillment and bliss. I am not teaching you fantasy. I am not brainwashing you. I am asking you to get out of the brainwashing done to you by the people who want to control you. My whole civilization is in danger due to the extreme greed of deluded human beings. Even those human beings who are so greedy for everything they see, they are not understanding. Even if they grab everything, they are going to leave this and move to the other space after some time. Neither they can be here eternally unless they realize they are made out of the stuff which is eternal. A deluded person's fear and greed causes worst dangers, especially if they become decision makers for humanity. You are consciousness. You are made out of the stuff called consciousness. I want to repeat this. I want you to cognize this today. Focus on this today. Internalize this today. You are made out of stuff. You are made out of a material called consciousness, which does not die, which lives forever, which goes on, experiences everything that exists, which is absolute, ultimate security.
Understanding that we are conscious, much beyond the body, is a first fundamental experience that awakening of Kundalini gives us. To every one of you that joined here today, hope all of you had a deeper understanding and clarity about Kundalini awakening, because when Swamiji initiates us into power manifestation, Swamiji first awakens the Kundalini. Only with initiation, this Kundalini, the latent potential energy in us can be awakened. So the conversion of that potential energy into kinetic energy is what happens through the initiation. Because when you are initiated, right, you manifest power. So that potential energy starts being converted into kinetic energy. You start using it, you start benefiting from it. So this is what is a science behind Kundalini awakening, and this is how you benefit from it in your day-to-day life. Every one of you that watched this program along with us, hope you all benefited from understanding the science of Kundalini awakening, and every day for more such exciting sessions for you to understand, you all can tune in to us, our program, every day, 9:30 p.m. New York time and 10:30 p.m. Thank you so much, every one of you, for joining our live stream.
And also,
And
if you want to have your Kundalini Shakti awakened and you want to experience this, please take a moment now and just go to this link that is being projected, paramashivoham.org, and sign up. Our team will reach out to you and you will be a part of the program where your Kundalini Shakti can be awakened. So take a moment to sign up now.
And we thank every one of you for joining us. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And if you found this video interesting, share it with your friends and subscribe to our channel. Hit the bell icon so that you can benefit from these enlightening truths that Swamiji reveals to you every day.
And now let's get ready. Swamiji is going to be revealing to us about what is Kundalini Shakti and how it can be awakened in us, and how that is the most luxurious power to have.
नित्यानन्देश्वर सदाशिवसमारम्भाम् नित्यानन्देश्वरि आदिशक्तिमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्ताम् वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम्. I welcome all of you with my love and respects. I'll continue to expand on Adinam Chalo series and the nitty-gritties of Shaktipada, nuances of Shaktipada. Understand Shakti, power, can be generated in your system through three ways. Certain words, ideas can generate Shakti. Like when you have a hope, thought current that your future is going to be very rich, brilliant, bright. Those words generate certain kind of enthusiasm, excitement. Or visualizations. It can be as simple as visualization of your vacation. Wow, if you do all this, end of the day you are going to have weekend. Or a sexual visualizations. I am going to have this pleasure. Understand? Sex does not mean only the physical relationship. I call everything which you consider as pleasure under the title sex. It can be coffee. It can be some special food. It can be some special music. It can be some special place or a time with a special person. Anything visually excites you and makes energy ooze out in your system. Understand? The whole Veda and Agama
completely, after thorough analysis I am talking, nowhere they are against any of the pleasure of life. Understand? Listen carefully. Only the pleasures which destroys the source they are against. See, your ability to enjoy, your ability to exist, your ability to have higher Shaktipadas, as long as that is not disturbed, Vedic tradition is not stopping any pleasure of your life. You need to understand. The excitement created by verbalization, excitement infused by visualization, excitement infused by the Kundalini awakening, your consciousness waking up. These are the 3 levels of Shaktipada you go through. Every day in your life, these 3 Shaktipada, any one you go through, or all 3. But always in these 3 something will be happening. If all the 3 are not happening, you will not be alive. You will be in depression. Literally dead, waiting for the breathing to stop. Waiting for the breathing to stop. Listen carefully. Listen intensely. And I wanted everyone to be very clear. Balasans have the first right over me. They do not need to logically cognize what I am talking. I am recording the whole thing into their being. I am leaving thousands of conscious archives by producing these balasans. You do not know now why I am giving so much of energy, importance, attention in my things to do list, in my priorities list. Morning, first thing when I wake up, I'll check temple. Has everything gone proper in the temple? Can we do something more? Because we are agamic traditions. We are agamic tradition means deity-based bhakti. For us, Sadashiva is not some thin air theory. He is solid Adinavasi here. He is a resident Adinavasi here. For us, he is a resident Adinavasi. So first thing I will check whether everything has gone right in the temple. The second thing, balasans. Their biomemory and muscle memory is growing. This whole satsang and Shaktipada getting into their system, you will see each balasan sitting here and listening to satsang is equivalent to 1 lakh adults sitting here and listening. Because through each balasan, lakhs of adults are going to listen to me. You can sit in the front, no problem, but don't hide. That's all. Now you are in the right place. Listen, these 3 fuels, verbalization instigated excitement, visualization instigated excitement, Kundalini instigated power. In these three, any one Shaktipada will be always happening in your life. Without all these three, you can't be alive. If all these three are not there, that's what I call depression or depression, to make it more raw. Stuck. Not knowing what to do, not moving what to do, not flowing with life. Understand? More and more getting comfortable with the Kundalini based excitement and functioning is Ishwaratva. Listen. Verbal inspiration, if it makes you functional, you will be a very logical person. Doing all the logical work, you will be so excited and you will be almost like a settled, you are in your best. I have seen few people. All they need is just a microphone. You don't even need to put volume. And they don't need people in front. Just a microphone and imagination that they can talk and people are there in the front. Enough. They are in their best. They don't care whether the people in the front are sleeping, sitting, listening. No, nothing matters. If you are visualization excitement person, you will forget even your food by painting or dancing or carving. I still remember there was a period in my life just decorating deities. I'll forget day and night. I tell you. Decorating deities physically and taking care of the cows physically is one of the best vatavarana for your muscle memory and biomemory. Anybody feels stuck in your life, feeling confused, stuck, confused, don't know what to do, no inspiration. Understand, when you don't have inspiration and you want to hold on to your outer identity, you want to continue to keep up your makeup and arrogance, you become worst cunning. Now, you'll have to make up for all your failures by lying. That is the worst way of building muscle memory. But I tell you, the best way of building muscle memory and biomemory, when you take care of the cows, you see, please understand, cow is not something I am talking about because I am born in Hindu tradition. Please understand, the very biomemory, muscle memory, DNA of the cow awakens certain energy in you, joy, peace, completion, sacrifice. I tell you, cow worship is not the so-called superstitiousness by these liberal secular fellows. The worst enemies of the Hindu culture, worst enemies of the humanity is this Indian liberal secular. Actually, all the anti-national forces hide themselves in the name of liberal secular. Cow worship is a direct spiritual practice. In our Sangha, we should not use the word Goshala. We should use the word Go Mandir. It's a temple. Understand? It's not joke when our Shastras declare all the gods and goddesses reside in the cows. It's not joke. If you just take care of them and attend to them, deity worship, doing alankara to deities and taking care of the cows. Only if you practice, you will understand the kind of inner space they manifest. I have decided we are going to have world's largest ahimsa based Goshala. World's largest ahimsa based Goshala. I am very clear. Because worshipping cows and taking care of the deities is some of the best methods of building right biomemory and bioenergy. These two acts bring certain heart and visualization based Shaktipada, much better than verbalization. Much better than verbalization. Of course, I will not say this is ultimate. I will not say this is the ultimate, but surely much, much better. Vatavarana. If you are feeling stuck, that you are not able to manifest the next level powers, take care of the cows and do the deity alankara. All the campuses of our Sangha and all our university campuses should have these two, temple and Goshala. Even the international campus outside India, you should start working to get a legal permit, at least to have few cows, and it should be desi cows. It should be desi cows. Visualization based excitement. Then comes the Kundalini based. When the Kundalini is kindled, the kind of energy you manifest and radiate, and the kind of action you do. I am seeing many people who were inspired only by the verbalization and visualization, they became dead. Outside they were big CEOs. The moment they come inside, they are dead because those two fuel is not available here. Here only Kundalini based. Only if your system is accustomed to run with the spiritual energy, you will be alive. It's all integrity based. You cannot run the show by cheating. Outside, to get a CEO post or any other post, it's not that always it comes by only hard work and integrity. There are many bakery deals which gets you. What do you want? It's not that always integrity and hard work, but here everything purely integrity. No wrong fuel is allowed. No wrong fuel is possible. Fuel has to be right. Constantly having the Kundalini Shakti and spiritual strength as fuel, and that fuel moving you. And when that fuel moves you, Every small action you do will be power manifestation. If you make a call, it will be a boon for him who is receiving. If you answer a question, it will be a solution for that fellow. I tell you, create that kind of a intention. Understand? I am already creating that energy field. You just need to create an intention so you can be part of this field. You can be part of this energy field. If morning spiritual routine makes you fresh, alive, healthy to run your whole day, then understand your fuel shifted, your system has settled with the new fuel, Kundalini energy. If your head is hanging down in the morning satsang, and if the morning routine is making you tired, you feel it is making you tired whole day, then fuel change is not yet settled. Go and serve in Goshala and do alankara to the deities. That too can help you. I tell you really, if somebody misses the morning routine, we should make this as a rule. If you miss the morning routine, how much ever time you missed, go to Goshala and serve the cows. Go Seva is the only way. Or go to temple and do alankara of the deities. That's the only way you will get back to that fuel change. Fuel change should get settled in your system. The best places I enjoyed in my life. You see, I walked length and breadth of Bharat and enjoyed almost all possible places. Railway platforms, small huts, which literally there is no hut. I call them as billion-star hotel, because if you lie down, you can see all the billion stars. What 5-star, 7-star, 9-star? Billion-star hotels. I have seen 5-star, 7-star, billion-star hotels, palaces. I have been guests of kings and guests of literally beggars. I have seen all possible accommodation. The best 3 accommodations I enjoyed is Smashana, where no one will disturb you. And you don't need to book your accommodation. All village will have surely 1 for 1. Smashan, all villages will have 1. And you don't need to book your accommodation. Ask anybody, they will tell you the way. Best, safest place. No one will come. No one disturbs you. People ask me, oh, the ghosts don't disturb you, Swamiji. Only living people disturb. Dead people don't disturb. They are nice people. The second is Goshalas. Staying in Goshala, only if you are living in an artificial place, all this mosquito, all that will come. Otherwise, the Goshala is the most hygienic, healthy place. If there are mosquitoes, any other thing, then something is seriously wrong. Means we are not following the tradition. Either the place is not cleaned as per the tradition, or the food is not as per the tradition. If the food and care and the place is as per the Hindu tradition, cow dung is used to drive the insects and mosquitoes in Hindu tradition. How can there be mosquitoes in Goshala? Goshala is the most hygienic, safe place, I tell you. Anybody who has a breathing issues and sleep disorders, sleep in natural hygienic gosala, you will get out of the problem within 10 days. Because that smell of the cow urine opens your lung and makes you breathe deep. These secular, stupid donkeys will criticize all this. But I tell you, I lived. I am talking from my experience. Soon some doctors will do research and prove what I am talking is true. Science may catch up with me. Science may catch up with me in 1 year, 2 year or 10 year. I don't care. If you are my disciple, listen and live it. Don't waste your time till some stupid janganaka jikunaka fellow catch up with me. Understand? There will be tons of research papers published on my words, on my teachings, on my understandings and cognitions I share with the world. Tons. But don't wait till those research papers confirming. It will be waste of your life. It will be waste of your life. Shift the fuel which drives your life. Shift the fuel which drives your life. And with that new fuel taking off, every action you do will be power manifestation. Every action you do will be power manifestation. I tell you. Chastity towards your existence is power manifestation. If you are chaste towards your existence, see, your existence is consciousness, Kundalini. If you decide, I will not eat the shit of logical energy and visualization energy, I will only be chaste to my existence. Elephant eating flesh is not chastity. Same way, tiger eating grass is not chastity. Eat for what you are generated. Eat for what you are manifested. Human consciousness is generated to live on the fuel of consciousness, Kundalini Shakti. Let Kundalini Shakti be your fuel. Let that be your energy. Be chaste to your existence. You will manifest powers. Actually, this whole Nirahara Samyama is the science. In Nirahara Samyama time, not only the physical food intake is reduced, even the other, through other senses, the ahara which you take, everything should be completed. Completion should be brought to all the aharas you intake. The shit you eat watching the TV for hours is one ahara. Even all that need to be brought to completion. You need to bring completion in all that. The third place I used to enjoy staying. 3 I said. 1 smashana, 2 goshalas, 3 under the banyan trees. I tell you, there was a great disciple and great guru in Tiruvannamalai. The guru's name was Guhainamachivayar and disciple name was Gurunamachivayar. The disciple actually had the title Gurunamachivayar and the guru had the title Guhainamachivayar. And he was both of them are great saints.
Gohinamachivayar got the name because he will always be vibrating that name Namah Shivaya, Namah Shivaya, Namah Shivaya, that Panchakshara, and he used to reside in a cave. Still the cave is there. He will be sitting in that cave. If somebody goes, that whole cave will vibrate with that Panchakshara mantra. You will not know from where that sound is coming. He is not uttering. His mouth is just closed. There is no sound from him. But that whole cave will vibrate with that frequency. That is why he got the name Gohinamachivayar. Because of his presence, the whole cave was vibrating that Namah Shivaya mantra. He had a disciple. One day that disciple was pressing the feet of Guru. Suddenly he took the hands off and started rubbing. Guru asked, "Hey, what are you doing?" The disciple said, "No, in Chidambaram temple, the screen in the Chit Sabha caught fire from the lamp, so I just put it off." A remote vision power. And Gohinamachivayar was very happy. Actually, next day they got the news. Actually, the fire happened in the Chit Sabha, and suddenly somebody appeared and rubbed, and the problem got solved. Fire was put off. Then the disciple Gohinamachivayar asked Gohinamachivayar, the Guru, to give permission to go to Chidambaram and come. In those days, it is supposed to be walk. Quite a journey. It will take at least 15 days going and 15 days coming from Tiruvannamalai to Chidambaram. But Guru really wants the disciple to be with him. He wants the disciple with him, but disciple want to go to Chidambaram to have darshan. But Guru plans, at least let me reduce the number of days he will be away from me. He said, when you are going, always sleep under the tamarind tree. When you are coming, always sleep under the banyan tree. Disciple said, "Yes, master, as it is. Your word," he accepted. The more number of days you sleep under tamarind trees, you will fall sick. So naturally, he started losing health. Now he knows he has to get back, come back to the Guru, and quickly as possible he went and had darshan and decided to come back. While he was coming back, he was sleeping under the banyan trees, and he became healthy by the time he reached the Guru. When he reached the Guru, he became healthy. These three places I always enjoyed. I should say, if you are feeling stuck in power manifestation, if you are feeling stuck with your sleep issues, if there are sleep disorders, go and sleep in Goshala. Go and sleep in Goshala. You will be out of all these problems. Especially if you are struggling with morning spiritual routine that you are not able to get up, you are cursing everyone to come to spiritual routine, morning yoga, go and sleep in the Goshala, the whole issue will be solved. The whole problem will be solved. See, not able to get up in the morning means what? Enough oxygen has not gone inside during the sleep. If enough oxygen goes inside the system, you won't have the problem of not getting up in the morning. If enough prana has gone inside, you will not have the problem of morning getting up. You need to know, banyan tree is the only tree which releases oxygen in the night time. It's a science. It's not some belief. Google, you will find. Banyan tree is the only tree which releases oxygen. It is not just oxygen, prana too. Once we build temple, naturally I will be staying under the banyan tree only. I already have my plans. I will be residing under the banyan tree. Means even night sleep I will be having there only. I tell you, getting accustomed for the fuel change and running your life is what I call Shaktipada and power manifestation. You may be wondering, outside I was so successful, why I am not doing here? Because now the fuel change. Outside you are running in kerosene, sometimes drainage water. Here it's a pure flight petrol. Engine need to get accustomed. Engine need to get settled. Pure prana, pure Kundalini Shakti, pure consciousness is the only fuel. Nothing else is fuel here. Nothing else can be fuel here to run your life. Run, run, run intensely. By Kundalini Shakti, you will manifest powers. You will manifest powers. So, essence of today's satsang: no verbalization, no visualization, only Kundalini as the fuel for life. Fuel for power manifestation. Look in. Do not allow the words which excites you. Do not allow the visualizations which excites you. Allow only the pure oneness to excite you. Allow only the pure oneness to excite you and push you, drive you to live your life. Take up deity alankara and goseva to settle down with the new fuel. That too are the lubrication for the new fuel. For body to settle down with the new fuel, Kundalini Shakti, deity alankara and goseva is the best lubrication. So with this, I bless you all. Let's all radiate with integrity, authenticity, responsibility, enriching, causing, living Shuddhadvaita Saivam, Paramashivoham, the eternal bliss, Nithyananda. Thank you. Be blissful.